What's up? Welcome back, enchanters, to another unveiling and unboxing. And today we have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive timed edition Man Bat, which is exclusive to only 1,000 units. It's so great to have y'all here. If thanks to the YouTube algorithm, you happen to stumble across this video because you are discovering Mondo for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Jean-Pierre Bon Jovi. I'm an avid collector myself, an enthusiast of so much memorabilia, action figures, statues, and so much more here on this channel. We have unboxed and unveiled every single one of these pieces since their inception a little over a year and a half ago, so you can check all of these out on our channel. And finally, we're about 4 months late to the party. I got my hands on the Man Bat exclusive time edition. I only collect the time edition pieces. I do not collect the unlimited versions. I'm a completionist, and I like to have every little piece possible, so I don't want to have severe FOMO. And a little backstory on this piece. This went up for sale. Next week will be a year ago on San Diego Comic-Con. It was unveiled, and you could have ordered it online. And I thought I had mine in my cart, so first day I put it in my cart, checked out, and I thought I checked out with it, and I never did. And the next day I was like, that's odd, I never got an email confirmation. I never ordered it. So when I went to order it, it sold out on day 2, which was so unfortunate. And this bad boy retailed for $255 at the time. And so I was like, you know what? The most I'll pay for this is $350 with tax and shipping. Unfortunately, I wish I was telling you that's what I paid for this piece, but I didn't. I found it at the cheapest for $400 brand new sealed, never open, and $20 for shipping, and after taxes was like about $455. So I ended up paying $200 over MSRP for this piece. It blows, it sucks, and it's the name of the game. This is, in my experience, one of the rarest pieces, including the Rogue from the Mondo pieces that he makes. I don't collect He-Man or any other figure, so I'm not familiar with the rarity on those, but I had to get it because I was like, you know what? I just had the itch, and I was like, I need to do this video, and I'm a completionist at heart, and I'm losing sleep for the last 4 months because I've not been able to unbox this bad boy. And I'm always the first to unbox them. So here we have this bad boy today. If you are curious in the edition size, this is number 665 of 1,000. Now, I did tell the seller on eBay to please open this piece and to inspect it to make sure that all the pieces were there, because I would hate to have him do an exchange with Mondo. Their customer service is amazing. And he said that he did. So let's open this bad boy up and let's see for ourselves. Now, this is the largest box I have ever seen, ever. It is massive, massive, massive. And it is, do they have the weight on this? If you are curious on the weight, I'd love to tell you what it is. It's 12 pounds, so it is a pretty hefty box. I did just slit it open just for time purposes of this video. And yes, we are getting the, wow, this bad boy is huge, 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 huge. It does come wrapped in plastic, which is typical and standard. Ooh. Get that out of the way. And here we have it. Look at this art box, y'all. It is huge. Wow, wow, wow. That is the 360 if y'all want to zoom in on that. Oh, I'm noticing something. So this art box actually does not have an open side flap, which I'll let you know right now what I mean by that. Here is the Mondo Timed Edition glittered sticker. This is what they put on any of their pieces that are timed, which are the exclusives. And again, if you're new to the channel and you don't know what that means that there is an edition size, which is a lot smaller than the unlimited version. And it comes with exclusive pieces to it. So you'll get different portraits, face portraits, you'll get different accessories, switch outs, etc. that are not available with the unlimited version. And this piece does not, all the pieces usually have like a flap that opens with Velcro. Not this piece, it's just a solid box. So there is no like, there's no history of the character or any of that when you open this. There's nothing to read. That's it. There you have it. Now, when you think of Man Bat, you don't necessarily think of a popular character from the animated series. It did make an appearance, I believe. I know it was the first episode ever was with Man-Bat, I believe, and of the animated series. The first 2 episodes were included Man-Bat, I believe. And I do know he made an appearance later on, I believe, in the 2nd season. But I'm not sure from there on how many additional appearances Man-Bat did make. But he was the first ever animated Batman the Animated Series quote-unquote villain, right? Which is pretty iconic. But he's also not a favorable or a well over-popularized IP or villain at that when it comes to Batman. And the fact that this was the exclusive, and I'm telling you, this sold out. I believe it sold out in 28 hours of it launching, which was insane. It was the fastest up until then that any timed edition piece had ever sold through Mondo, and now all the timepieces they sell within under 5 minutes, which is insane. But this piece was really what catapulted those timed edition pieces selling really fast on Mondo Shop. And again, I can only speak for X-Men and Batman the Animated Series because I don't have experience with any of the other licenses. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's open this bad boy up now. I can't wait. And again, not a character that you think like, wow, like this is something that they'd be so quick to make. You think we'd get a Poison Ivy first, we'd get a Penguin, but no, to get Man-Bat, I mean, that's pretty rad. And again, oh, wow, y'all. The size of this box is insane. I was thinking the weight was coming from the box. This is incredibly heavy. Wow, bro. Holy hell! Where am I gonna put you, bro? Feast your eyes on that bad boy. Zoom in on that. Holy crap, man! His one, like, the exclusive comes with his long winged out arms. Like they're literally bigger than a Batman or a Joker piece. They're so much wider in scale than an actual piece. Like this is massive, y'all. Holy crap! You are huge. Now, I know you can't see much of it because it is right now in the plastic. We're going to open this bad boy up. We're going to take it out. I'm going to take all these pieces out. We're going to zoom in on the details so you can see it up close and personal. We're going to look at all of the posability and the articulation of this piece. I'm going to give it my overall review and what my thoughts are about this as well. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I have to hang this on a ceiling. Like, I have to. Like, I can't wait. All right, y'all. We'll be right back with a full unveiling. Wow, enchanters. I am just beyond myself right now. This is just absolutely out of this world. All right, let's start with what makes this the timed edition piece. So what you get as an exclusive to this piece, now this was for $25, for $25 more, you would receive the soon to transform portrait. So you're going to get this portrait here. So it's as he's transforming from human form to bat form, which is really awesome. And probably one of my favorite portraits. It's him like almost ready to squeal. Absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. And the biggest thing about this, which made this piece so exciting, was the over like 13-inch wide spreaded hands. So this is his full wing spread. Now it is made of a different material. It is plastic, but it's almost like a flat, hard plastic, versus his other arms are more malleable, almost like a rubber plastic. They have more of a soft give. These have absolutely no articulation to them whatsoever. Quite stiff as well. And of course, you're going to get both the left and the right hand, which are massive. Which I'm going to do this review of all the articulation. I'm going to switch these out and then show y'all how wide this piece is with the actual spreaded out wings. Now, I really thought I was going to love this piece with these, but I think I'm loving it without the timed pieces. It just has so much more articulation, which you're going to see in a moment. Now, aside of the figure, you're going to get the base, which is a lot larger than some of the other bases. You're also going to get this. Now, this is standard. You're going to get this in the unlimited version and in the timed version. So it's like a sad, frowny face with an over-under bite. And then we also have this one, which is more like a grinning underbite face. And again, those are available when you buy the unlimited version, which I believe is currently available on mondoshop.com. So now let's actually grab the piece itself. It is incredibly heavy, so do bear that in mind. And this is the portrait that comes already with him. It's actually my favorite portrait. It's the one we're going to keep on him. Now another piece that comes with both as well is the ripped up shirt, which is really awesome. You can remove that if you want by removing the head and adding it. And here we have it. Now let's go ahead and dive into all of the articulation, which is going to be a little rough. This piece is incredibly top heavy, incredibly top heavy. So let's do this together and bear with me as we get the right angles to really play around with this piece, right? So here we go. I want to start with probably what's going to be the most complicated part of this entire thing, and that is the legs. So there is articulation on his legs. Not much, but it does go up. He does go up to the side. Like if you wanted to have him sit, he could technically do that. So it does swivel back and forth, and it does go back as well. Don't tell me, don't ask me for degrees, but it does go back. This is incredibly complicated to, I'm actually going to take him out of the base. There we go. All right. And so following that, there is going to be a ball joint here, which allows his leg to bend and extend that far. I've noticed because of the weight distribution, you do have to keep it like this at all times. There is a ball joint here, so it does swivel 360 as well on both sides. And there's another additional ball joint here, which allows his leg to come up even further and on this side as well. Be very careful again with this piece. Unlike the other pieces, it's not going to be as malleable as the others. And again, it's very heavy. Like my arm is killing me right now holding this piece. It's incredibly top heavy. So again, this is not a piece that you're purchasing for articulation necessarily, but it does have quite a great articulation, especially like, again, if you want to do Instagrammable images, you want to hang him, yes, go for it, absolutely. This isn't a figure you're playing with. This isn't a toy. This is a collector's item. Think of like a statue. Look at it in that light, because this is not something to play with, or he's definitely not going to be able to stand on his own either. He needs to have some form of a base of some sort holding him, or like most collectors are displaying him as he's hanging, so flying while hanging. So things to consider as well. Now, when we look at his hands, this is my favorite part. So that's why I like these hands so much more. Look at the articulation on this. The two fingers do a 360, and they also have articulation as well, which I think is amazing, versus the other ones don't. The time edition pieces, the fingers are not malleable at all. So again, this is going to do a 360 as well. He does have a joint here on his elbow. You are curious. And again, his arms do have articulation as well, and they do a 360. Yay! Now let's go ahead into his portrait and his face. He does do a 360. There's a little slight up and down and side to side you can go. It's very slight. His long neck does not have any articulation, so do bear that in mind. And lastly, as for his torso, there is very little give, not much, but there is a little bit of give as well. And that's the articulation for you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add these wings to him and give you an idea of how long and wide it is with his wingspan. To inspire you, maybe if you just want to get the original version, which I'm going to be honest with y'all, this piece itself is amazing. I don't necessarily think that the wings do much. Yeah, they're awesome, especially if you want to display him flying, but outside of that, I ain't mad at this. This is the best portrait, the one that comes with the figure itself. So I think this is, even if you just get the original version, I think that's more, you're going to be more than happy. Let's go ahead and add those wings and we'll be right back. All right, enchanters, here you have it. Wow, did I break a sweat? Here we have Man-Bat, and as you can see, he has his timed edition elongated wings. Honestly, I love it. I thought I loved these, but I really do love these. It is impressive. The scale is just redonkulous. If you were curious, at the widest length, this measures at 30 inches wide, his wingspan, which is insane, insane, insane. It's just a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal piece. I do want to bear in mind that this is not going to be the best base for you. Everyone has complained that these rubbers break and dispaint the torso, so be very mindful of that. That's what everyone on, by the way, the Mondo Facebook group is amazing, has said about this piece, so you do want to take that into consideration, probably get a different display stand. This piece is just simply remarkable. I'm beyond myself, man. I am truly beyond myself. It is a work of art. And I know many years to come from today, this is only going to keep increasing in value. Again, right now you can find it for about $450 in the aftermarket. If you wanted it today, $435, $450 is what I'm seeing as the average asking price. But overall, if I had to rate this piece on a 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a solid 9. And the only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 is simply because of just the weight distribution. It is so top heavy that I wish the legs would have been heavier and more sturdier. That's my only setback. And the actual stand, I wish we had something that supported him better. But outside of that, everything else, from the sculpt, the paint, the articulation, it's phenomenal. It's an incredible piece. The articulation on this piece for being so big, I'm not mad at it. It is phenomenal, y'all. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. If you've owned this piece or picked it up or were on the fence, maybe we're waiting for my review. Here you have it. I absolutely love, love, love it. Compared to the Mask of the Phantasm piece, which y'all know I did not like at all, I have to say I love this piece. And also bear in mind that in order to switch the arms out, you have to apply a blow dryer. You're just going to exhaust yourself, and it's not possible. Apply a blow dryer under the hinge and around for about 30 seconds on each side, and they come right off. And when you go to put it back in, it clicks in once, and by the second click, that means it's securely in. So if you were curious, that's something to note as well. But curious to know what your thoughts are, enchanters. Keep collecting, go watch our previous review, and stay tuned as we later this year unveil the timed edition Bane piece from Mondo. Keep collecting, enchanters.